So there was a blog post on Sunday night / Monday about just some barbell etiquette. Obviously, coming into the gym, sometimes people have never touched a barbell before, or don't necessarily know the etiquette around, what it's like to be in maybe a gym where people are lifting weights, dropping weights, things like that. So we'll just talk about etiquette of just like a bar and how to load it. So what I want you to look at here is we have a Jekyll and Hyde scenario. I don't know, Jekyll's the crazy one. So if you look over to this side, this is incredibly unacceptable. You've got 3 15s, 2 5s, and 2 2.5s. And once in a while, you'll see something like this. Yeah, this is like, I just don't even have words. And then if you come over here, we have the exact same weight, except, it looks so much sexier. 45, 115, and a clip. So everything is wonderful. It's not going to rattle around. There's not a bunch of clanging and banging. Not only does it look better and it's more socially acceptable as far as the gym goes, it's better etiquette, and it's going to make everything on the barbell last a little bit longer. So when you are loading a bar, there's as much rubber on the bar as possible. It's a gym, so don't be like, oh, the weights are just so far away. Come on. No, it's a gym. Do stuff. It's gym. Anyway, so on that note, if you're on the Jekyll side of loading a bar, coaches are going to ask you to, be a little bit more cognizant of how you load a bar. And then again, just for the sake of keeping things consistent, your best bet is to always think about, pulling weights off. And again, make sure you always have yourself a nice clear lifting area. As you go through, it's easier to pull weights off. If you're ever like, oh man, this is like so hard, little trick, just take a 2.5, slide it up, and then it's so much easier to take all your weight off. And then that last one, ideally you're not letting the bar slam off the floor. So it's not a big deal to just push it off, set the bar down, and then from there, give yourself a nice clean lifting area, and then from there add whatever you want to add.
Can you just, it is a big deal if that just drops on the ground, right? Don't just...
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Drop on the ground.
Because again, the bar is a bushing, so this is a sleeve that slides onto the bar. So drop after drop after drop, chip after chip after chip, it just is going to slowly have a great effect on the bar over a long period of time. Yeah, doing it once, it's not going to do anything, but 50,000 of those over the course of the life of the bar is obviously going to make some sort of negative impact on the bar. The last thing is just talking about when somebody is lifting, be very, very aware of A, the space that you have because you want to be safe, and B, the space that other people have. So what I mean by that is when you're going through, A, you want the person who's lifting to feel comfortable lifting the weight that they're about to lift. And number 2, you should feel safe that if this guy or girl messes up this lift, I don't want to be in the way of a flying barbell or a dropped barbell. So rule of thumb is try not to walk in front of anybody while they're lifting. As soon as you see somebody address the bar, so essentially they're standing at it ready to lift, be aware of what's going on. And if you see somebody in front of you and they're, just socializing or they're not lifting themselves, just say, hey, can you please step to the side or sit on the bar, sit on the weight just to the side like so. So that way, again, you can just sit here while so-and-so is lifting, and again, you're not interrupting them. Don't sit on the barbells, but you can sit on the weights. And then from there, as soon as your person goes to lift, laser vision, obviously, and then if you are ever going to drop it, you want to control your drop. So you want to drop it, control your space. And again, this is about being aware of you as the lifter. So if you feel uncomfortable, you want somebody to move, ask them politely, obviously. And then akin from that, just be aware of what's going on around. You don't want to lift, within 8 feet really of somebody else, so you can stagger yourself throughout the gym. So I lift here, and then, Dashi could lift somewhere back here a little bit farther, just so again that way there's enough space for everybody to do their own thing. those are the big two things when it comes to just like general barbell etiquette. There's a whole bunch of other things that we can get into. Read the post on madlab.ca from the other day, and then just be aware of how you're loading the bars and how much space you have while you're lifting. And the last thing, when you're lifting, you don't want anyone walking in front of you, and you don't want to walk in front of anybody else.